All right, guys. Today, a real simple video, 10 steps to listing, selling, and closing a home. That's 10 steps to listing, selling, and closing a home. It's a real simple video, but for those of you who are thinking about listing, you haven't done as many listings as you want sort of an outline, this video is for you. For those of you who are already listing, selling, and closing homes that are listings of yours, congratulations. That's awesome. You might find some value in this video. I hope you do. I hope you do. And for either one of you, whether you're the agent just wanting to get into listings or the agent who is already listing homes, then if you find value from the video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. That way, other agents like yourself knows that this video is a good video that's out there. And then feel free to share it with them too. If you've got a buddy or a friend who's wanting to start doing listings too, share it with them. They can get some value out of it too. So enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get into it. So step number one, you get the listing lead. It's usually going to be a phone call, someone wanting to list their home. Real simple. Take control of the call right away. Be excited that they called you. I'm so excited that you called. Of course, I can help you list your home or land. And then ask them some qualifying questions on the property. What's your time frame for selling the home? What is the current payoff on the home? When I do my estimated net to seller, I want to make sure the payoff is in there so that you know what your bottom line is when you sell your home. Okay, and then does that payoff, does it include any, what is it called? Deferred payments. Does it include any deferred payments during the pandemic? No. Okay, you stayed current during the pandemic. Great, no problem. Tell me a little bit more about the house itself. What do you love about it? And just listen. You know, not without going into detail, if there's don't tell me anything that's crazy bad, but are there some things that you just don't like? Like, does the reason that you're moving because you just need another bedroom? Like, what are some things that have you making this decision to sell your home with my team and I and buy your new home with my team and I? What is that? And then just listen to hear what they have to say. And then also, if you're another agent in Oklahoma, in my state, definitely find out the age of the roof, the age of the HVAC. You want to know the age of the roof and the age of the HVAC because that's really important too. You can use it in your marketing. So that initial step is just taking that initial phone call, gathering information about it, then say, what is the best email that I can send this market valuation report to that shows you the range for the value of your home? And then I can call you back. We can go over it, book the photo shoot on that next call. It shouldn't take me more than about 24 hours to put this together. What's the best email to send this report to? Get that email address and then book the next call. Would tomorrow at 3 p.m. be a good time for me to call and go over the report, or would the following morning be better at 9 a.m.? What's the best time for me to give you a call back and go over the report in depth? I'm going to send it to you as soon as I get done, but I definitely want to call you and go over the report in depth, and then they'll give you that time. Any questions on number one? All right, perfect. Let's go over number two. So once you have all that information on the house, do your comparable report. Do the comparable report. If it's in a neighborhood, it's going to be easy, not a big deal. You'll put it together right away. If it's a rural property, like the one I'm going to work on after this video, then you might have to look at not just the school district, but you might have to look at the county. If you can't find comparables in the county, depending on the property, you might have to go to neighboring counties. Now, some of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, no, you're not going to go to neighboring counties. In Oklahoma, we drive about an hour to get to work, 45 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour to get to work. So I can go to other counties because I know buyers are going to be looking in multiple counties typically. It's not going to affect my market value. Will it make the appraisal a little more difficult? Yeah, it will. But I put together that valuation report and I email it over to the seller. And then I call them back when I said I would. I called them back when I said I would. I said, hey, is now still a great time to go over the valuation report. I want to answer any questions that you have. Then I want to go into detail on the findings. And then I want to go into detail how my team and I help you get your home sold. And then I have that conversation with them. So I got the market valuation report packet. And then I've also got the value that Josh and his team brings to your transaction packet. And I go over both of those in detail. I answer their questions first. And then the first page of my valuation report, my personal valuation report that I do for sellers, is always the estimated net to seller. Because if the bottom line isn't where the seller wants it to be, nothing's going to happen. So I address that right away. I don't go into any fluff first. I go straight into the estimating net to seller, and then I build my what is it called? My listing consultation phone call with the valuation report. I build that from the net sheet. Any questions on that? You guys can do this. If I can do this, you guys can absolutely do this. Okay, and then step number 3, hold on a second. After I go over that, I book the photo shoot. You're always booking an appointment from an appointment. So when I get done with both those reports, I already know right away which direction the meeting is going to go because I know the net works for them or it doesn't work for them. So I've already addressed any objections along the way. And then at the end of the conversation, I go, when we first spoke, you said you want to get your home sold in the next 45 days. That means we really need to start now. Do you think the home could be photo ready and video ready? If I'm having the conversation on a Thursday, I ask if it'd be ready Monday or Tuesday. If I'm having the conversation on Monday or Tuesday, I ask if it'd be ready Friday so I can bring it live next week. Or if they want to have the weekend to continue to clean it up, then I try to typically always book my photo shoots Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. That way I can try to bring it live on Thursdays or Fridays. That way I get the weekend showing traffic. That's me personally. So at the end of this call, book the photo shoot and the video shoot. Book it around their schedule. Have a conversation with people. Ask questions that let the consumer know you care about them, their timelines, and their needs and wants, and you're going to keep moving through the process. Questions on that one? Put them down in the comments below, or if you're watching the replay, put them down in the comments at the replay. And then if you want to go deep, of course, book a video call with me and we can go deep on that. So now I'm showing up to the photo shoot. I got the sign, the lockbox. If I'm going, I've got the sign and lockbox. If one of my teammates are going, they've got the sign and lockbox. But we're doing the photo shoot and the video shoot on this day. Now, I try to get it done while they're at work because I do not want them there. I need that house for about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do my photo shoot, my video shoot, the sign placement, the lockbox, my social media reels, my social media shorts, my pictures that I take with my cell phone, not the professional photos, but my cell phone pictures. I need that house for about an hour and a half to an hour. Now, do you have to do everything I do to market and sell properties? No, you don't. But I'm going to tell you how I do it so that hopefully you get some nuggets that you can add to your business, bring value to your business. And if you're new and you've never done this before and you're trying to learn about doing this, at least you can gain value from my steps and then implement them into your business plan. So like I said, I try to do this when they're not there. They usually just hide a key for me. I go make a copy of the key. If one of my teammates are doing this, they go make a copy of the key. And we put the key in the lockbox when we're done so that we have it there. And then I give them their original key back. But I use my own key in the lockbox because I never want to take their spare key because they may not have another spare key. It may be the actual key. So that's why I do that. But I'll do the photo shoot with the photographer. I'll familiarize myself with the house. And then I will do my video walkthrough. I'll do my 360 walkthrough. I'll do my reels. I'll do my shorts. I'll take pictures. I'll get all that stuff that I need for all my marketing purposes. And then when I'm done, I call them, tell them, beautiful house, looks great, love this, love that. If I see any adjustments that I need, I mention it to them at that time. And then hopefully they make those adjustments. And then I ask them, okay, now that we've got the photo shoot done, is it still okay to go live Friday at 3 p.m.? Or is it still okay to go live Friday at 10 a.m.? They say yes or no. And then I go, perfect. Now, what days of the week, what times during the day do you not want showings? And I ask them, when do you not want showings? Because I don't want my showings to get declined. I want to always be able to say yes to the consumer, even when that consumer is another agent wanting to show the property. So if they celebrate the 7th-day Sabbath, we block off Saturdays. If they can't do any showings Tuesday after 6 p.m., I block it off in the showing scheduler because I do not want my showing requests to be denied. I want them to be approved because if it's me showing the buyer or another agent showing the buyer, I need that buyer's schedule and that buyer's request to go as smooth as possible as a salesman. And you'll want to do that too as a salesman or as a saleswoman. So get the photo shoot and then discuss showing times that are available and bringing the property live. Any questions on that? Okay. Step number 4, bring the property live. Book the showings in the book the showing time. Our MLS uses showing time. block off the showing times that the property can't be shown. And then also, once you get it live on the MLS, start the social media posting, the content posting on the property, whether that's your 360 walkthrough, whether that's your video walkthrough, the more guided video tour walkthrough, and you'll want to post your reels with the link to your KV core. That way, when people click on it, they go back to your KV core inside your CRM. So you're able to keep track of them if it's a past customer or if it's a new potential customer. But start bringing all that stuff live. And I like to do that either on Thursdays or Friday mornings. That way I've got all weekend to start the home showing and being live on the MLS. So step number 4, pretty straightforward. Bring stuff live, start bringing your content marketing live, start bringing your reels live, start making sure the showings are set up correctly, etc., etc. Any questions on step number 4? All right, let's go on to step number 5. Coordinating showings. Once it's all live, once you start posting it everywhere, once you start marketing the property everywhere, showings are going to start coming in. Now with our MLS, it's real simple. We use showing time, so it just automatically schedules it for us. It notifies the seller when someone wants to show it, and then the seller confirms or denies that showing. 9 times out of 10, they all get confirmed. So as they start requesting showings, the software starts booking it for us. So it's real simple process. It's pretty downhill from here. It's never all the way downhill because no real estate transaction is the same, but coordinating showings is as simple as letting the software do its job. Any questions on coordinating showings? All right, perfect. Let's move on. Step number 6, receiving, negotiating, and accepting offers. It's really that simple, guys. As offers come in, you summarize it, send it to the seller. If you're on another appointment and an offer comes in, forward that offer and let the seller know, hey, I didn't get a chance to read this. I want to make sure you have it. I'll get you a summary as soon as I wrap up this appointment and I get time to sit down and summarize the offer for you. Super excited that you have another offer or you received an offer, whichever situation you're in. But I like to personally get those offers to the sellers immediately. I don't want any delay on my point. That way, when I summarize it and call them, they've 9 times out of 10 already read it. Now, if I just received the offer and I don't have another appointment that I'm going on, or I'm not busy working on something else, I'll take 10, 15 minutes, summarize the offer, send it to them and call them. Like, hey, we just got an offer. I just summarized it, send it over to you. Is it now a good time or should we schedule a call this afternoon? And I go and I asked him, but I call him excited. We got an offer. And then the summary is going to tell them exactly which direction they want to go 9 times out of 10 because you listen, because you know their why for selling, because you are a great salesman or a great saleswoman. So receive the offer, negotiate the offer if you have to. And that could be closing day, that could be sales price, could be concessions, if any. This time of the market, you never know what's going to pop up in contract negotiations. And then accept the offer and make sure if it's a win-win for the buyer and the seller, guys, you're probably going to be going to closing. Any questions on receiving, negotiating, and accepting offers? All right, it's really this simple, guys. I promise you, it's really this simple. Step number 7. Work through the contract, work through the financing, and work through title. If appraisal conditions come up, negotiate them out, work through them. If clouds on title come up, find out how to clear the cloud with the title company. 90% of the time, the title company clears the cloud themselves, but 10% of the time, you as an agent will need to help them clear the title or clear the cloud on title. And then work your way through the contract, i.e. inspections, TRR, if any, inspection repairs, etc., etc. So just work through the contract, work through any financing options, stay on top of the other agent. If you're not representing the buyer, stay on top of the other agent and make sure don't hound the other agent, but just do courtesy check-ins. Hey, is anything needed on my end? By chance, did the seller send you the written letter of conditional approval? Just it's a good give and take relationship through the transaction. Okay, you want that agent on your side because the more the agent's on your side, the more the buyer's on the side of the transaction too. Does that make sense? All right. Step number 8, guys, real easy. Complete any repairs if there were any agreed on the TRR. And then if any appraisal conditions come up, complete those. Make sure those are completed. And now you're getting really close to the end, guys. You're already on step 8. You're already 80% done with the transaction. See how easy it is to list homes, sell homes, and close homes? Thumbs up if you're enjoying the video so far. And if you got questions, put them in the comments down below. Step number 9, schedule the final walkthrough. Make sure the house is vacant and broom clean if you can before the final walkthrough. If they do the final walkthrough a couple days earlier, just make sure the seller knows that it needs to be vacant and at least broom clean. Make sure the final walkthrough is done. Go grab your sign and lockbox, do another reel, do another short, letting everyone know that you're thankful for the business that God has provided and your customers to you and your team to help them in their real estate transaction. Do that reel and then go over to closing. And then closing is simple, guys. Try to get there before the sellers do. If they show up before you do, no worries, but always greet them, be excited, be super happy and ecstatic for them for selling their home, and ask them if they want any refreshments. Most title companies have water, they have little cookies, they have snacks, they have coffee. Ask them if they want anything. And of course, answer any questions that they have. And then when it's your turn to go into closing, you go into closing, sit down. Usually the buyer signs first, at least in my state, the buyer signs first. You go in there, you sit down, you close everything, you come back out. You give pleasantries back and forth to the buyer, tell them about the neighborhood, tell them about the area, the school district. Be excited for that buyer. They just bought the home. Title company comes out with the funding. Once it's cleared, they give everybody the packets, and you're done and you're closed. And that's really it, guys. Those are the 10 steps to list a home, sell a home, and close a home. Whether you're a new agent or a seasoned agent, I hope you found value in this video. And if you did, consider giving the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I've got a ton of real estate stuff on the channel about how to be a better agent. And also, guys, of course, if you've got questions about the coaching, the training, the systems, the tools, the technology that eXp Realty has to offer, I would love to have an in-depth conversation with you about how eXp Realty is obsessed with your success, whether you're a broker owner, a team leader, a new agent, or a seasoned agent. It's mind-blowing what Glenn Sanford has built here at eXp Realty. And I'd love to at least show you the opportunity so that you can make an informed decision on if it's right for your brokerage, your team, or you yourself as an agent. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And this video that's popping up right there, that video, that's another video that the algorithm thinks that you might want to watch. I forgot to say that video right there. All right, guys, have a good one.